Good morning. Morning, good morning. It's Friday. It is Friday. It's Friday. I love Friday. This week has been a week. I will recap my week. Tuesday night was date night, which just involved eating some takeout inside and chilling out. I know with Jason, date night was like, oh, it's date night. Let's plan an activity. We have to cook a thing or we have to go out. And date night with Kenny is usually just like a night that we get to not have to deal with other things, and that's great. Date night has been moved to Tuesdays now because Kenny is tutoring someone for their interview to Google, to work at Google. I did not know, but apparently after undergraduate, just undergrad, Kenny, applied to a bunch of grad schools and also took the Google interview and was offered a job with Google out in California on their Google campus and declined it in favor of grad school. So I don't know if I'm dating a genius or a dummy. No, genius. So Thursdays are, Kenny is tutoring someone who also wants to take that interview, qualified by the acceptance to Google last year, which I did not know about before this. So yeah, date night Tuesday. Wednesday was the LGBTQ Chavara potluck in the sukkah. Hold on, I'm gonna switch hands. And that went really well. A lot of people showed up. I was so pleased. A bunch of people from Cold Sedex showed up, which was, the point. They were all on the listserv, where I sent out the email, and that was perfect. Like, that's how we got the news out. Like, I think 4 or 5 people came through Spectrum Philly, which is like the 20s and 30s queer Jewish Philly. They're too trendy. Like, the person who runs it is just like this like gay businessman who, like, he's really friendly, and his entire job is running queer Jewish events, and so he runs like 200 plus events per year, 250 events per year, and all of the people that came with him are like just really trendy. And it was so funny because you could kind of tell the difference between the people who came through Spectrum and the people who came through Cold Sedex, because everyone from Cold Sedex is like a crunchy granola hippie. Like, there were definitely different aesthetics, which I found very funny. But they were all lovely, and I'm excited to collaborate on events in the future, which is something that we're going to be doing. I'm not a huge fan of the Spectrum events because they're too trendy, and I feel like an out-of-place crunchy granola hippie. And they like good bars and like do things that trendy people do. I don't know. None of their events, I recall none of their events really appealing to me. But now that I'm gonna be like co-leading, maybe I will go as an outreach for the Cold Sedex events and be like, hey, people at a bar, do you wanna come to our vegetarian potluck next week? And see how that goes. Hello. And, pardon me. Switching hands. Did that person just say something to me? I'm gonna watch this video again to figure out if that person just said something to me. I have no idea. Oh, the light is green. Anyway, one person, okay, so most people came through Cold Sedex, handful of people came through Spectrum, and one person passed by our sukkah in Clark Park. She lives in West Philly, and we had a sign outside being like, hey, everyone in Clark Park, this is a sukkah. This is what it means. Here are the days when we're using it. You're available to use it otherwise. And she saw one of our events. And that person looks a lot like Dan Barkin from the side. And saw that she was like, oh, a queer Jewish vegetarian potluck? Those are like my 3 favorite things. I should definitely go. And so we got someone through the power of signage. And she thought it was great, and she signed up for our email list. And I'm very pleased about that. I feel like I've been an effective organizer. So that was Wednesday night. And then I went to sleep and didn't do enough homework afterwards. And then last night was the Rocky Horror, which I'm sure you saw all about on Twitter. I didn't stay through the whole thing. I went to MK's because I was really tired and I didn't really want to go. But Thursday was Rin's birthday, and two of Rin's closest friends, Ian and Lanthier, who are also good friends of mine, are in town to celebrate Rin's birthday, so I went to MK's to see them, but then it turned out that they were too tired to come, so it was a much smaller crowd than anticipated, which was fine. I was delighted. You know, I stayed until just before the floor show, I think. And now it's Friday, and I've got a date with my friend Adam tonight, and then I have to go shopping and cook because I have class. And one of the things I also need to do in the next 24 hours or so is that in class tomorrow, I need to tell a 5 to 7 minute story from my life, and I'm not sure what to tell about. Because like the obvious, most of my stories are like 2.5 minutes, because that's about as long as people have attention for at parties for like a quick little anecdote. So I need to find something to talk about for 5 to 7 whole minutes, which is a long time. And the most obvious story would be like, you know, how my polycule got together, but that's a long story with a lot of names, and we're not allowed to use visual aids. And I think people would not enjoy hearing 5 to 7 minutes of a lot of names that they are not familiar with. That change a lot because polyamory. A lot of names going in and out in this story. So I have to think of something else, like she suggested, like something that you did that summer or a mentor that meant a lot to you. And nothing is springing to mind. Like, I guess I could talk about my trip to Seattle? I don't know if I have 5 to 7 minutes to talk about that. I'm not saying that I'm boring, but most of my stories involve a lot of names or are like very personal. I don't want to tell people about like the decline of my relationship with Marco, which is definitely a 5 to 7 minute story. But, oh, there's a cat. Hi, cat. Little cat. Can you see it? There it is. Hi, cat. What a scraggly cat. I wonder if it belongs to anyone. Anyway, so I've got 24 hours to figure that out. She told us last week and I just haven't been able to. That's maybe everything I have to say. That 2-year-old in your video was so cute. Oh my god. She cleaned up. That's so cute. Oh, I forgot. I want to show you the socks that I'm wearing today. I'm wearing my space socks. Can you see them? There they are. Space socks. I just decided to. And also, like, I'm going on a date with someone tonight, so I gotta look nice. So, you know, Star Trek earrings, space socks, cuttlefish necklace. These are the ways to impress people, I hear. Space socks. I have nothing else to say. I'm just repeating the phrase space socks, so I'm gonna stop now. I love you, and bye.